AC and icebox, make beats, and do any other things? I mean, you want a better future? You want a good place that will prepare you for real life? Duco Institute in Claratown is the right place for you. Prepare yourself today for a better tomorrow. Duco Institute, my people, prepare for your future now.
Duco Institute of Vocational and Technical Development is providing quality technical and vocational education for everybody. Hey, yeah, my people. You want to learn light-duty driving and know all the spare parts.
Get tailoring and fashion designs, even beads making, where you can face beautiful bags, bracelets, napkins, cups.
Today and start making some good money in Liberia. Remember, today, if you don't have a skill, if you don't have a computer knowledge, just leave your own with God when it comes to job business in Liberia. So,
there are crowds in many places, in every community, you know, you can see. So if you see crime, you report it. Don't take law in your hand, call the right authority. Really can't take your law in. Crime stopper here for us, we need safety to your door. Whether you rich or you poor, if you see a you must talk it, I mean you check. You wait for your safety. If you see it, don't keep it. You must call to report it. Crime stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime stopper, stopping crime and make it peace for them before. Crime stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crime for all of us. Crime stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime stopper, stopping crime and make it peace for them before. Crime stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crime for all of us.
Crime Stopper Liberia is your community crime fighting partner. Don't take the law into your own hands. Remember, if you see a crime, report it. This is a message from your own self, Old Man Sam Cyan.
Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and make it peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, let's stopping crime for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and make it peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, let's stopping crime for all of us.
For the next 13 days, I will keep your crying. And you're crying all over the place. What I will continue to do, I've already succeeded in completely demoralizing your base. You're just crying all over the place. I haven't even started. I'm just warming up. How dare you, foolish, desperate people, talk about rescue country. Joseph Boga rescue himself. So he passed around. Where were you? Left to right. Where were you all? Sitting there talking nonsense. Talking about cause I ain't got no integrity. I didn't have integrity when I was feeding Joseph Boga. Love God. Most of them grateful people. I didn't know Joseph Boga denied that.
When they welcome me, they say they were free of fighters. When they welcome me, they say they were liberators. But when they keep you,
people thought I was no
because I will come to them. What
I'm not
can
feeling sad because I want to feel sad. I'm feeling sad because I said yesterday, no one has to be alright.
freedom fighter, you raping our freedom fighter, you killing our children. Freedom fighter, you destroying our country.
It's a better place than we don't get on this. There's money in the country that we can make from nothing money for outside.
So, when they were coming, they said they were liberators. When they were coming, they said they were liberators. But when they came,
all the money they got for ourselves is legal now.
what kind of
I want to tell you some of your brothers. Some people say what is going on.
freedom fighter, you raping our
It's not even me.
freedom fighter, you raping our
You don't have to go on the whole lot. You don't have to increase the time. It's just like
What's enough for agriculture in the overseas? They be like, yeah, you send them politicians represent everybody. You remember boys and girls, everybody been rep. Feature looking very old, running out of luck. You send them, yeah, you send them. Liberia cry, but nobody respond. Why you don't love us like you love your name? Why you don't love us like you love the game? Don't just look for the poor and just die with no sound. If you got connection, you already done. Go for the rich, pressing for the broke. Now supposed to protect us, but the touch in the road. Natural resources go so cheap in the dark. Oh, my everybody be stand on our heart. No reserve for the poor. No blame for the youth. Only contract for family, only life for the truth. Education, broken, hospital, room full of battles, bad for you. Was enough for agriculture, in no about every overseas, they be like we can afford. We be using them, yeah, using them. Politician replay economy, replay kids we want. Using them, yeah, using them. Coming back when they need our food. Why they need we just don't love this thing. When they stop, when they family, when they make a complaint. We be using them, yeah, using them. Politician represent everybody, you represent. Boys and girls, everybody been rip. People don't keep everyone running out of luck. Using them, yeah, using them. Liberia cry, but nobody respond. Why you don't love us like you love your name? Why you don't love us like you love again? Not just the falling poor, but just die with no sound. If you got connection, you already done. Go for the rich, pressing for the broke. Now supposed to protect us, but the time in the road. Natural resources go so cheap in the dark. Oh, I am properly stand on our heart. No reserve for tomorrow. No blame for the youth. Only contract for family, only life for the truth. Education broken, hospital full, road full of battles, bad for you. Was enough for agriculture, in no about every overseas, they be like we can afford. We be using them, yeah, using them. Politician replay economy, replay kids we want. Using them, yeah, using them. Coming back when they need our food. Why they need we just don't love this man. When they stop, when they family, when they make a complaint.
And I go Steve. I go to yeah. How you question me? Anything you want for me to explain for you to understand? Then you still questioning me, doubling the question. How many talk clear now?
Okay, let's go now. I beg you, sorry.
I say.
When I call you in the now.
When a man come in there,
Yeah.
he asked me, say, how many of you are working to the area? I say, we are 3.
You told the message you're 3.
Yeah. So he said, I want to
One more freedom fighter. They don't say one more freedom fighter. They don't say
Oh, yes, indeed. What a great day. What a wonderful opportunity it feels to be here once more behind these microphones to engage on the issues that matter to Liberia's growth and development. What a pleasant Tuesday morning, the 21st day of April 2026. Bright and early, live from the nation's capital. Beaming energy and scream.
What are you telling our children?
They are freedom fighters.
Crystal clear.
You destroy our country.
They are freedom fighters.
Ayo.
This early morning.
Ayo.
Good morning, Liberia. Good morning to our friends. And to all of you following this morning across the length and breadth of the Republic of Liberia. Good morning, Bonk, Grand Jita. And of course, on yesterday, our friends from Spoon did an exciting job. They reached out way there in the forest of Grand Jita, particularly the Putumani area, gauging views of the locals. That is very, very important. This is what the government should be doing. And that is why when I see people arguing, the media plays a very significant role, but particularly for you, the people. You always have to stand with the media. That was great. And let's hope their policy makers will listen to these views and consider them. But again, those we have in power are Fakao. You remember that thing? Fakao? Fakao, I can't listen. These are the elements we have in power now. A bunch of Fakao. Yeah, Fakao, I can't listen. My haircut, my neck cut, I can't listen. So you will cry tired. Oh, yes, indeed. Liberia, this great land of liberty. Good morning to our friends in the diaspora. It's always a good thing to have you join us for breakfast on the nation's most listened to breakfast conversation. Freedom Money Rise on Freedom 87.9. Yes, indeed. It's always a good thing to have you join us. There are too many things to talk about in Liberia. Lots of things going on. And of course, from the look of things, the president is increasingly angry. The president is angry, and those who feeling the pinch and burn. It's causing terrible economy. The day-to-day suffering, those that are going through it, the president appears angrier than them. And I don't know why. Is the anger misplaced? Is the president misdirecting his anger, his outrage, his outburst, his frustration, his disappointment? Every other time he has an opportunity to throw insults, cheeks. And on yesterday, metaphorically, he called critical voices and critics of the government, or just like asking for something to be done better, for them dogs. Oh yeah, in a metaphoric expression, the president refers to his critics as dogs. All of the dogs barking. And that tells you how it is. And then you got to understand what is actually going on in the cycle of the president and in the head of the president. An overkill disappointment in the head of the president. No skill can withstand the weight of the president's disappointment, frustration, and then he's venting that on the Liberian.
Music. When they give your man, they change your mind. What kind of people they so?
They are freedom fighters.
What kind of people they so?
They are freedom fighters.
You freedom fighter, you raping our,
Oh, yes, it
They
is.
are freedom.
And let me just get the quotation right.
killing our children.
They are freedom fighters.
The president said, if you are going
They
somewhere
are freedom.
and there are dogs barking at you,
Ayo, ayo,
if you stop to throw stones
yo, yo.
at every dog,
Ayo, 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 ayo.
you won't reach where you are going.
Ayo, ayo, ayo.
And in the instant case,
Ayo, ayo. Why you?
who are the president
Ayo.
referring to as dog? Who's the president referring to as dog? And where is the president going? So in his head, he believes he is pursuing an agenda.
When they were
And no matter the misstep, no matter the corruption,
when they
no
were
matter the breakdown in the rule of law, no matter the disrespect to the Supreme Court, and nobody should talk. Those flagging that are now considered dogs in the head of the president. And he believes he doesn't have to listen to the concerns of those Liberians, to those professionals, those legal minds. He doesn't have to listen. He has to be a fakao. He has to play deaf ear. He has to move on, carry on. And no matter how terribly he's leading, no matter how terribly he's proceeding, wasting, as we have been hearing, some $6 million. Allegedly spending $6 million to remove Yeke Koluba. And the president said nobody should talk, nobody should raise that. And those raising that are dogs. And he's not going to pay attention to them. And when the president and his folks fail to create opportunity and jobs, when Liberia raise issues, they cry on the president. The journalists quiz him on what sort of empathetic intervention he will make in the case of the 72nd eviction victim. The president checked the entire republic and said, Ghana making new life. Then at the fishery program, the man say fish not need visa. Well, what kind of ticket old man is this? Shit. When students protest for job and justice, the president came back and said, you can't e-roll. Or rule can make you eat. We need jobs to be able to put food on our table. And all that. And then you breaking ground. For a rural contract, we don't even know where the initial investment at 10 million, 300 plus million contract, 10 million. Not general business, we finish all of it. Great job, the president said. Liberian people begging, an angry president. It's a terrible thing to have an angry president. When you have a president that's angry, it's very, very terrible. This is what we have on our hands. And everything is happening out of anger. He's just angry. Nobody knows why the old man, old octogenarian is even angry. We should even be angry at him. But instead, he's directing his anger at the Liberian people, insulting them, kicking them off, giving them loose talk. And yeah, that's it. That's what you get. Exactly what you get. Again, folks, it's good to be here.
What kind of people they so?
They are freedom fighters.
What kind of people they so?
They are freedom fighters.
You freedom fighter, you raping our women.
They are freedom fighters.
Freedom fighter, you killing our children.
They freedom fighter.
Freedom fighter, you destroy our country.
We are freedom fighter.
Ayo.
So on yesterday, Yeke Koluba and his team appeared at the Supreme Court, and I'm told to file a bill of information, and they're expected to return on the 28th. But in the midst of all of the conversation on yesterday, of course, Bomi County District Number 3 representative made a staggering allegation against colleagues in the lower house, the House of Representatives. This time, just call the House of Representatives. No need to put honorable. Their attitudes aren't honorable any longer. So the boys and girls in the House of Representatives. And so Jalaf alleges that his signature was forged. So we're going to talk about that. It brings to question the integrity, the credibility of the House of Representatives. This is the second time running in Bapulu County. Women are giving birth in the forest, walking 3-hour distances to healthcare facilities that do not have electricity, no pipe-borne water, nothing. In a country that Joseph Boakai presides over. And when you raise this issue, you say you're backing like a dog, and he's not going to pay heed. Okay.
I'm a freedom fighter. I'm a freedom fighter.
The major question we like to ask this morning is the legislature back to back, this 55th legislature, carefully assessing, is this legislature undermining Liberia's democracy? The actions and activities always contravenes and contradicts the ethics of good governance and, of course, the rule of law. We saw in the case of the removal of Vonati Kofa. Now we're seeing the case of Yeke Koluba. Where do they stand in upholding the fundamentals? And there is a front page Africa article here that I want us to spend some time on. And it is titled, Why May Liberia Slowly, Why Liberia may be slowly slipping back into the abyss, a recurring cycle of bad governance. Folks, the shipping size of the conversation right here on the big station Freedom 87.9. These plus other critical issues this morning we are going to be diving into. My name is Abu Sharif. As always, it's good to be here. And of course, we're going to take a buzz of our theme song. Once we come back, we go straight into our conversation right here. Stick and still, share the show, drop your comments, your reactions to some of the issues in the country. And of course, we're going to be right here to read them out for you.
Music.
There are crowds in many places, in every community, you can see. So if you see crime, report it. Don't take law in your hands for the right authority. But it can't take your law in. Crime Stopper here for us, bringing safety to your door. Whether you rich or you poor, if you see a human target, enemy you cheche. Do it for your safety. If you see a don't keep it. You must call to report it. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us.
Crime Stopper Liberia is your community crime fighting partner. Don't take the law into your own hands. Remember, if you see a crime, report it. This is a message from your own self, old man Sam Cyan.
Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us.
Okay, Crime Stopper Liberia, folks, welcome back. Okay, too many issues, but let me quickly recognize those following the show. Quickly, let's recognize and welcome our guys, the social media right here. This is Hezekiah Do. Hezekiah is joining from district number 17 in Montserrado County, Brewerville City. Honorable Papi Success Keita, good morning, Freedom FM 87.9 from Dupont Road. This is Otis Barclay. He says, good morning. I'm following from Tusa Field in Bartonsville. William W. Lu, the Liberian Civil Rights Movement official spokesperson, is watching live from Upper Catwell, Monrovia, Liberia. Good morning, brother. Good morning, William. This is Charles Dulubapu. He says, good morning, Abu, and thanks for your tireless efforts for the necessary information gathered from you. As usual, watching from my soul clinic belt. Thanks a lot, Dulubapuism. He says, Dulubapuism. This is Grace Flumo. Grace says, watching from Johnsonville, Samuka Kumar Rice. He says, I'm watching from Campley, Nimba County, District 3, respectively. This is Belige. Okay. Then you have Abraham Tamu Johnson. Good morning, Freedom FM family. Watching live from Bartown, Senja District, Bomi County. Adolphus King Chris Soklo Jr. Good morning, bro. I'm following from Bon County, District 1, Dividend Town. Thanks. Chris Soklo seems to be regular now. Thanks, Chris, from Bon County. This is Henry T. Toll Jr. We know our regular guy. So once he come consistent for 2, 3, 4 days, we know exactly and see. So we want a partnership to continue. We got to keep holding hands and and doing these things together. This is Law Jelly. Law is watching from Police Academy Junction. This is Tato Vancier. Good morning, Freedom family. I'm Tatos Vancier watching from Johnsonville. Koji Pekin, good morning. And peace, loving people of Liberia. I'm following from an unknown destination this morning. Thanks and keep safe. Sa Power. Keseli Freeman, good morning. My early morning breakfast family. I'm following from my residence in D2, Peace Island. Okay. Peace Island. Venetia Junior Bar is following from District 16. Maulu Fofana, good morning. I'm following from Tony Street. Thanks. Maulu is a regular and consistent follower. Apostle Augustine Noah Dober is also another regular follower. He says, good morning to you, Mr. Sharif. Watching live from Brewerville, Ja Tondo Town. May God protect you and your family. Thanks so kindly. My Tony son, I'm following live from FDA Junction this morning. Thank you for the job you do for us. Thank you. Samuel Light Cooper. Good morning, Brother Abu. I'm following from Catwell, Thumbs Up Community. Thanks a lot, Samuel. Samuel is a goal follower. So we got bronze, silver, gold. So we got a gold for Samuel Lycopo and a host of others are gold followers of this show, regular contributors and all of that. So we know those that are in the gold category and those are in the silver category, that are in the bronze category. Yeah, so that's how we're gonna be categorizing our followers up to 2029. So if you know, you know, you know. So this Saturday, Zonwe Wondue. Saturday is a silver follow. You know, is in the silver category. Saturday. It's a flexible general. Flexible, that's Ansu Coleman. Ansu could be, let's put Ansu to silver. Ansu have to double up to reach to gold and, you know, to enter Samuel Light Cooper category. Ansu have to double up. But I know Ansu has been here, but you have to do. So, Ansu, you and your man Saturday, then you're in the silver category. And you know, yeah, Abraham and Anderson, greetings, Freedom FM family. I'm watching live from Belize, Abraham in the bronze category. Cecilia Logan at silver, right? Andrew Telebed at bronze. Scoris Thomas. If you know the category I'm putting in, you don't deserve to be there. You can raise issue too. We'll review your records. Mark T. Johnson, Mark that bronze man, Mark. Yeah, even though I've been seeing the profile with the lady picking on it, but Mark that bronze, Mark got to prove why he can be bronze from District 11. Yes. H. Mohammed K. Dukley, that bronze. Good morning, Freedom FM family. My name is watching from Johnsonville up Johnsonville up time. Sam Mudmatua Bronze watching from Grand Bassa Lac Wee District. That Bronze Sam, but it's good. Thank you for joining from Wee District. My man Chukon we're putting the area there. So Divine Fale. Divine is Johnny. Good morning, Abu. I'm listening from Beverly Hills, Fresh Street, Banja. Fresh Street, Banja. Beautiful Divine. You're in the bronze category, but thank you. You can still, you know, boggle up, you enter the silver and what have you. Yeah. Anything you're doing, make sure you be at the top of it. As soon as you're looking for Freedom Money Rise, and, you know, follow us. Being the goal, being the goal, being the silver. Yeah, the bronze is not bad. That means probably you're in and out. Emmanuel Bro is a big headable goal category man from way there in the US consistently every morning. Joshua Menyen, Miene, from Johnsonville, right? He says he's watching from Greenland community. And so the bronze men in there. Gater P. Colley, good morning. Abu, good morning. Gater Rufus Kokolo Neves. Rufus is in the silver category. My own young brother. Ojuku Blamo, Burns, Fonsano Kante. All the opponents from Sano and, you know, in the southeast. What we'll do, we'll put all the people in the southeast, we'll put them in a silver category. Because you know what I mean? And, you know, the people ready, they didn't care. Signal through the radio is difficult, so always come in, you know, the data and stuff. So we just augment them, even if they're the first time, second time, first month, or first week, second week, first month, second month, and all that, right? We put them in the silver category. It's important. Yeah. Asari Kane, Amar Jala Kamara, Big Helibor, Go category follower. Thanks to all of you. Yeah, right. And this is Chris Sherman. He says, "Good morning, Abu. I'm watching from Robertsport City, sorry, Grand Cayman County, Liberia. Boning Dust. Boning Dust, is that the musician? Oh, that one, Boone Dawes, eh? Yeah, Boone Dawes, something I can. This is Josiah Andrew Mash, following from Minnesota, USA, Brooklyn Center. Thanks. This is Freeman, Marmin Sylvester. It's a bronze category, man. And the list goes on. Let me run quickly. This is Mema K. Johnson, Ansu D. Sino. Ansu is a bronze man. He's from the US. He just started being consistent. So let's see how consistent Ansu and others become. Then we can upgrade them. Vasamwadi, that bronze category, he's not consistent in and out. Vasamwadi. Yeah, but I'm picking a regular picking, but we'll put him there. You gotta buckle up. Eliza F. Thor. You have Ma Helena M. Brown, Casino A. Quagas, Vamuya M. Fofana, Ma Ani Son Mutari, Eddie Ma Yatason, Belema, right? You have Nathan M. Jegbadai, okay, Augustine T. Musa, and the list is endless. Thanks to all of you guys. Keep dropping your comments, sharing the show, and all of that, folks. A lot of questions are being raised around our democracy, and for the very right reasons. Especially looking at everything that's happening. You know, for the past few years, Liberia have been lauded for how we have mentored, for how we have demonstrated a kind of resilience, and of course, a never to return to where we are coming from since the secession of hostility in Liberia, in spite of the disagreements and all of that. But we remain very disciplined, in our democratic processes and respectful, in spite of the fact that there's been some degree of missteps along the road, but yet still there's been this concerted commitment to ensuring that the strength and vibrancy of our democracy is protected, as we've all realized that is the best way forward. But of recent, questions are being raised around the state of our democracy, and it is not happening from the blue. There are a sequence of happenings in our country, particularly from the leadership, that's making people to start to reimagine. And others are going to extra length to begin to, preempt and predict that with this path, with the way we are going, the prospect of sliding backward into the abyss of chaos and misunderstanding is highly possible. So these perceptions and views are being scaled and being evaluated on a more professional scale, more professional level now. Decisions that are being made, opinions in terms of the running of the court and what's coming out of the court, and the attitude of court officers that we are seeing out, integrity institutions and the way they've been proceeding, institutions of trust, democratic trust and confidence, the way decisions are being made in terms of the day-to-day administrative affairs of those institutions, particularly the National Elections Commission and all of that. very genuine inquiries by people who believe that no matter what, we all must demonstrate the duty and the responsibility to preserving, and a system that works in accordance with laid down principles, not by the whims and caprice of powerful men and women. Absolutely not. Neither by the emotion and feelings of an elite few. No. Because this is not an anarchy. This is a country of law. This is a democracy. And we must remain conformative with the practices, with the standard requires. Right? So now let's talk about what have happened. The latest we've seen as on the 20th of April, a publication was made. And this has caught my attention. In order for a country to build a strong democracy, we must build institutions, but those institutions must be built in conformity with democratic standards. And the motivation for establishing these institutions must be informed by democratic, correctness purposes. But when there are other motives that are far from, the scrutiny of democracy, then that means you can trust the viability of this institution to upholding the tenets and the principles of democracy, or to defending democratic institutions when their actions being taken to undercut and undermine and create and set a stage for situation. Now, one such is they say the RPCC. That is the Inter-Party Consultative Committee. They say it is a committee of political parties in Liberia, right? And these political parties, they've organized a committee so that they will have regular consultation. And one will imagine that this consultation will be grounded in, properly evaluating and ensuring that the space under which we are existing is conforming to the tenets of good governance and democracy. And they will share notes instead of everybody operating, which is a good thing, right? They're not in any kind of formalized political collaboration, but it's an inter-party arrangement. As you may know, almost each of the parties have vice chair for inter-party and all of that, coordinating between political organizations, right? So now, but over the weekend, as almost all the critical evaluators and voices in civil society continue to flag issues with Jonathan Weider's appointment. This bunch of political parties, quote unquote, governments in waiting, right? We got political party at first, government in waiting. But this is going to tell you the degree of seriousness. Whether these people were formed for leadership or they were only established for business. It's becoming clear that some of these institutions are put together for business, and Liberians will have to be wary, have to be very alert. So they went on. They say they have formally endorsed Jonathan Weider, in spite of the fact that Jonathan Weider is conflicted. He is a partisan, right? He wore a partisan jacket. He took actions that undermine the constitutional authority of the commissioners of the National Elections Commission in the 2023 election, a condemnable act, right? By declaring the elections result prematurely This was a despicable act by a man considering himself to be a professional and an electoral authority in this country, right? It has to be unchecked or irrational partisan zealotry that leads a professional man to ignore all of these professional and ethical trainings to go ahead and prematurely declare electoral results in a country in a very tense electoral process, right? So a man who cannot respect the authority, right? The institution clothed with the authority to declaring electoral results. When tallying was still ongoing, when gathering of data from across the country was still ongoing at the level of the National Elections Commission, this Jonathan Wieder man, who we do not know what sophistication he had, what equipment he had, right? Nefariously and dangerously, right, addressed the media and declared electoral victory for his choice of candidate, his kinsman, Boakai. Then you have political parties numbering up to 20 or so, right? Coming here to say they endorse such a man. It tells you one thing, that most of these mushroom political parties you see around here, they're not in it for you. Because I see some of you running wearing their t-shirt, they're not particularly in it for you. This is a demonstration, right? They're not in it for you because if they were, first of all, when these things are happening, they will not see this thing as an action that only CDC and ANC is supposed to be talking about. Any opposition political party opting for leadership in this country are supposed to raise issue and make sure that their concerns and doubt, right? It don't have to be exactly the same way the CDC and others, right? But at least they will raise some integrity issues and some questions, and that the next will know that. But to be organizing themselves as cheerleader for a conflicted character, a man who is yet to prove his independence, right? A man who clearly, who have plunged this country into chaos, right? It's absolutely disgusting. So these people are out for business. We'll name them. So they say they endorse the man in spite of everything that happened. When I read Edo, Mame, the other guy, and most of these civil society guys raise the issue. They don't have to be there for some of them. They say we get on their own partisanship or we get on affiliation and all of that, blah blah blah. It's clear. Recognizing the laws of the National Elections Commission that says a person that should be appointed there must have no association with any political party. Jonathan Wieder has attended the Unity Party Executive Committee meeting. Jonathan Wieder has attended senior leadership strategic meeting of the Unity Party. He's an insider like that. The decision was reached during a gathering of political party representatives at the headquarters of the National Patriotic Party, where the Inter-Party Consultative Committee, Liberia's legally recognized platform for collaboration among registered political parties, adopted a resolution backing Wido's nomination. In the resolution, the committee emphasized that the National Elections Commission, established under Article 89 of the 1996 Constitution, plays a central role in safeguarding the integrity of Liberia's democratic process. Listen to them, right? Rightfully so, quoting the Constitution, right? Safeguarding what? The integrity of Liberia's democratic process. Safeguarding the integrity of Liberia's democratic process. But then you come and endorse a man who's conflicted, whose appointment contradicts the law, right? The law establishing the electoral body that's supposed to safeguard the integrity of our democratic process. You see, you don't have a problem with that. He can go there, he can do partisanship, he can go there, he can do anything. As long as you are able to get your smoothing, the president is able to know that you're on his side, the president is able to get you something, you're okay. You all are spineless. You all are good for nothing. The body stressed that leadership at the commission must reflect independence, impartiality, and professional competence. Are you understanding? Bunch of elderly men, they been around here. So these are dressed up hustlers. Most of these people you see organizing political party in the town here, they are hustlers. Don't take them seriously. These people don't mean well, they are selfish. Right? You reading the law, then you taking action, giving currency as a political party, right? That should be opting for a level playing field, guaranteed under the law, right? And you're giving currency to a fraudulent appointment, a disastrous appointment, right? A deliberately designed and orchestrated appointment intended to rob the Liberian people and rob our democracy. And you sit your dumb heads over there calling yourself consultative committee and consulting on envelopes. Envelope consultation. That's who you are. Look at the chairman of some of these parties, those representing the party. Look at them. Look at their stomach. Look at their bellies. The body stress that as enshrined in the law, the leadership at the commission must reflect what? Independence. Does the WIDA you endorse reflect independence? Absolutely not. Even the kids know that WIDA does not reflect independence. Even the kids know that WIDA does not reflect independence. Absolutely not. A man who took action to undermine the integrity of our election in this country and prematurely declare electoral results in favor of his partisan or his political party, right? Does that man qualify the requirements of independence? And you find this bunch of good-for-nothing political parties, hustlers, and business people, business party coming together to say, oh, they endorse the man. Listen, that they own a man here, they say the man qualify. Wait, listen. This is the
So my name is Prince. I will go for Focus on Liberia TV on the States and Prom FM in Liberia. On the overall, having a county currently, you want as the what is provided to you. You want Maserati?
They may listen to the way the man speaking self, but at the consultative committee or political party, they say they may qualify independence. Listen to the independent man. Listen to the independent man. I tell you, these people are not serious in this country. Posterity will judge them wrongly.
So on the overall, my name is Prince. I will go for Focus on Liberia TV on the States and Prom FM in Liberia. On the overall, having a county currently, you want as the what is provided to you. You want Maserati? You want Maserati? One.
Is that we want Maserati? UP want Maserati? Huh? We want Maserati. We want Maserati. The we consciousness is a part of it.
They want Limba. They want Magibi. They want Dofa. They want Kipman. They want Pommy.
This is the inter-party consultative committee, independent man that they endorsing, my people. And the people as soon will be talking, they say, oh, blah, 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 you gotta do this, you gotta do this. And the committee shamelessly said that their endorsement aligns with key provisions of the new electoral law of Liberia, which is not true. But should political party be spokespersons for the election commission or the commissioner? Are you sensing what I'm sensing? So the rest, the rest of the people try to make it seem like, right? This thing here, we all have to forgo our the vision for which we were created. We just have to cave in. And this is terrible. Acting to undermine our democracy, acting to undercut the essence of multi-party democracy, what people fought for. They didn't fight for multi-partyism to come here, for parties to be as useless as what we are seeing around here. Bootlicking, idol worshipping, ruling parties. Not even for even against the law. The same way when the Supreme Court in that fanatical thing started happening again, it's like normally when these things happen, this political party that they want to turn to chop money from the government. I want to believe so. That is their own time to chop money from the government. And they will go to organize there, they will talk to the men, and then they will call press conference, and then they will say something to favor the interests of the government, and then they will get in small team political party, small team political party, small team. Then time for election, they be embarrassing our voters, our old man, and confusing them, right? Because when you start a military, you go see all kind of goof or nothing, flap and there, political party in Niger there, and the Green Revolution Party, the other one here, you buy the market women coming from on the road party, the Yana Bonnet, seeing on the canopy party, all kind of nonsense party, group of hustlers holding fire in their hand on a party, they all wanted a bootlicker party, all kind of nonsense they put together. I don't even know. The danger to our democracy is the visionless establishment of rogue organizations calling themselves political institutions. We need to clean that. We need to work on that. When political parties speak, they should speak to give hope. When political parties take position, we don't think, we're not saying that political parties, but whenever reasonable persons are seeing logic in something, and then political parties are established, and then they come, they're the one. Before now, what used to happen? Politicians will organize young people, and then we'll just put on a flag banner organization together. It's a youth for progressive change issue statement. But this time they're using political party, government people, Jeremiah Kuhn and other people to rally some resources, get to George Mobile, and they'll go to organize friends. That's Sunday thing. So the country had none of nowhere. So the country finished. This is exactly what is going on. So you don't even know who to trust. You don't even know who to listen to. You don't even know what is going on. Right? They are failing the country, and they create an environment where people will be compelled to worship them. And then when they're flouting the laws, then these same people will come out and make statements in support of stupidity and illegality, and that will be the case. So what are we running now? Are we running a country, or we just running helter scatter? Nothing seems to be holding, right? When political party then open their mouth, you see them sounding all kind of. How can a Jonathan Widow be a man that qualify any scrutiny, any integrity? Independent scrutiny. The men who records are clear, known, visible. How can that man be? So these are the actions and activities that's happening, that's beginning to develop in concerned Liberians, that look, we are on a slippery slope. backward. Because mind you now, no matter how powerful you are, it does not give you the right or monopoly over everything in the country. It does not make you the law and gospel. It can be for time. It can be forever. Do we have to be in a society where people start to imagine the possibility of going back? You think the events of 1979, April 14, happened out of the blue? There were a sequence of activities, there were issues that happened. There were violations. There were massacres, there were murders, there were abductions that were happening. There were violations of people's rights, denials of privileges that were happening. Abuse of power. There were multiple abuses that were going on. So when the society grew tired and men rose to the occasion, they dared to challenge, and that's what they did. Consequently, when they challenged, we all felt what we felt. A society that is vastly experienced like Liberia must be weary, must be cynical in some actions. When they see signs and writings in certain direction, they must begin to have conversation. But look at Liberia today, the hypocrisy is too much. The hypocrisy is loud, extremely loud. Hypocrites everywhere. Nobody is saying anything. The so-called voices of consciousness, the so-called voices of integrity, they ain't saying anything. It must be okay and normal for other people's rights to be violated. It must be okay and normal, right, for baby mothers to die routinely for lack of care, lack of bed. Patients are dying on the floor of JFK and other medical facilities. It is okay. Don't pressure the government. The president gets angry and he says and talk anyhow, and that is okay. Right? Under democracy, we elect 7 leaders. We do not elect when you elect a person who start to exhibit authoritarian posture, then that is a drift away from democracy. And there must be corrective measures. And it has to come from the public. It has to come from voices to speak out. When a young boy in South Africa, in Julius Malema, standing for justice and the right things to be done in what he believes, right? Advocating, is confronting multiple foes, multiple enemies, powerful. And then you hear you all have bowed down to a weakling. You all have bowed down to an octogenarian. Just one man have subdued all of you, and you all tend to beg us, and you're just murmuring in the corner, no spine. You can't say anything. You recognize the abuses, right? Who say you don't know that the manner in which students were dragged and stripped naked are inimical to the values and the principles of a fledgling and, of course, responsible democracy? Who say you don't know? You know that. Who say you're not aware that the killings in Kinjor are unacceptable and violates international principles? Who say you don't know? You know that. But you're not saying anything because you're coward. You're compromised. You fool your tail, shop it in your behind. You can't say anything. And you're following the bandwagon. Julius Malema is standing up to powerful men, challenging the status quo in not only in South Africa and even at odds with the U.S. president, at odds with the Israeli prime minister. How many of you calling yourself leaders in this country have the balls to stand for anything? Any value? What do you stand for? What are you even known for? When you just pass around, you say, oh, we are leader. You put people together to be hustling on them. You organize party to be hustling on people. You organize civil society for you and your children to live and get small chicken chin, and that's okay. And as I say, oh, me, I get oh, damn it. That is a problem. It's a whole general collective problem. It's a weakness. It's a mindset issue. The mindset is so weak and eroded with laziness. And no, everybody is so, I don't know. Political party, the chairman of a political party, some of them can't even speak. Some of them even understand that. They say, oh, the chairman of a political party, pull a press conference to read their own press conference, their own press statements, it can be stuttering. That library can find political party chairman, national political party chairman. You put a microphone before them to address the nation on issues. They don't even understand what is going on in the country. So they can't even read. How many of them can read the papers? How many of them listen to the news? How many of them follow up on the issues in the country? They listen to gossip mongering party chairmen that the one can sit and be deciding the country fate. You see why we're going nowhere as a country? The whole thing needs to be restructured. All of these, because that patronage. Say, oh, that the man pa, that the man uncle get the party, bring the man in, oh, bring the man in, South Joseph and party, South Joseph get party. Go see some of the National Executive Committee members of that party. As they file critical national questions, you see whether they get anything to say on it. Nothing. They blank off. But I put them and go sit and then arrest him. They want to take them serious. Say, oh, the political party didn't spill. Bunch of domains, money, institution. We ain't serious trouble in this country. So Mr. Baga is going to be doing these things, abusing the law, peeing on the Constitution every day and night, right? And nobody's going to say anything. Nobody. All of them spineless, all of them ballless, no balls. You can't say anything. Don't be rude to the president. Of course, he's the president of the Republic of Liberia, and he's occupying the most sacred office in the Republic. I mean, we are under a nationalistic obligation to accord due courtesy to the office. Of course, we understand that. But he or she occupying the office stand no moral ground to abuse the sanity of that office. Absolutely not. If he or she does, we are under moral obligation to call them out. And that's what we are doing. You got to call him out. He's an old man that should know better. That's well experienced and know what happened in this country. You go after people, look at people, investment, put businesses, you target them, you say because they're not supporting you. You bring them down. You look at the market women, you breaking their market store, no replacement, no alternative. You deploy and hire Zogos and put them in a different city police, and these Zogos are in the street collecting the market women's businesses, the Yana girls, the Yana boys, single mothers. You render your people hopeless, homeless, without nothing to feed on. You're abusing their rights daily, every day. That's what you're doing. And when the people talk, right, you send Gregory Coleman, right, an acute human rights abuser. You send him out there and you start to abuse the people, right? And nobody can say anything. Who's gonna be the Julius Malema? How are you even gonna be the Julius Malema if you're so? Look at the opposition, figures in the country. Look at some of them. You have been politically sought after. You have been politically persecuted. Look at Tue, for example, and Adiolo. Tue is a big bird. I respect him a lot. But I don't know. How Tue in Liberia. Tue. I'm not sure technically, man, ideologically, I feel like maybe I may be a little partial about that, but I feel like Tue is more ideologically strong than Julius Malema. But see the scenario, compare. Look, Tue going to court, swear. A Tue in this country, so go to court, swear. A Tue in the country going to court, being persecuted, and the country It's you know what you're talking. Look at Julius Malema. East London Court. Over 20,000 compatriots rise up, even when he's being sentenced for a celebratory shot. Send a man to fire. Who don't know that politics? Huh? For a lawful disbursement, you may, in your capacity, that any other finance minister would do. Somebody say, go after you for that. And say that. Men can go to go sweat. They can't go sweat. What? What is the power of your voice? What is the power of your intellect? Ability to rally men and to rally the consciousness of the society to stand with you, to know the right thing and be there and challenge the status quo, stampede the nation. That's what you have to do. But again, Labrador is seeming to be a weak place. Probably all the strong people are gone. And that's why you have an octogenarian doing all kinds of things, go to places and insulting people. Mr. President, you tell our job, we can get a job to play. Oh, say, you're shut up your mouth, you're making noise to me, you're like begging Benny. A president will say that thing to, and then everybody go sit down. He has made it a routine. It's routine for this old man. Every time, like when people, vent their frustration, he comes back and insult them. And then political party will go organize themselves. They may take a friend, a kinsman. And when we talking, inside Kissy and Loma and what everything miss away. Tell the man, put the man on one neck. And then go stand with 2 years more and go announce election result in a country where a National Elections Commission have not even completed tally and go announce the election result. Is it we not win Vanjama, we not win Bombing County, we not win how you can announce election result, then election political party you go open your mouth and say, oh, we endorse a man, is it on the basis of what? On the basis of what? On the basis of envelope. We ain't serious problem, but folks, this is it. These are the small things you see happening going forward, and then you know exactly where the country is going to. Society where the legislature, people at that level will be forging, leaders at that level will be forging signatures. Will be forging signatures of their colleagues to meet a political end against the principles of good governance and democracy. Your rule says two-thirds majority. Make a compelling argument to get it and make sure, because that is an institution of standard, and you go there, you start doing emotional thing. Who business is it if you don't like Yeke? That it should be the country business that you let Yeke personally. That who business? Who care? What Yeke does to you? We're running a country here. We're not running feelings. We're not running emotion. What kind of school y'all went to? How y'all even started in these schools, in these classes? Y'all need to come back for orientation. Some of y'all need to come back for orientation. Some of y'all need to come sit down there. Young people that are open your brain and put sense inside. So this is it. Why Liberia risks sliding back into the abyss, a recurring cycle of bad governance. And this is compelling because this is looking at the trend. We go to election, we vote based on promises and assurances, but then we see recurrence, right? Recurrence of bad leadership. We unlike what's happening in other countries where you see gradual improvements, right? From institutional level to administrative level to bureaucratic reforms and all of those things. You're seeing those things happening. But in Liberia, no. Imagine an old man who served the country for all this time gets an opportunity to become president. 2 years down the road, 3, counting 3, he has made absolutely no real-time reform anywhere. A man who shamelessly go and dedicate a refurbished building as a project that he constructed. You saw what it said? It said newly constructed. That building that used to host the Minister of Finance, even this, just the Minister of Finance, Minister of Internal Affairs, Sharif, what is Papa name? That was there. Well, in that very building. So you spend over $600,000 and you painted the place, you put potty on the wall and everything. Then the president said he not be, say, decentralization office. What kind of nonsense is that? Why you take the bill for food? So nearly 2 decades after the end of a brutal civil war, Liberia has made measurable gains. Peaceful elections, successive democratic transitions, and the rebuilding of state institutions. But beneath this progress, troubling patterns are re-emerging. We did not see this during CDC time. We're seeing this during a time where you have one of the most experienced political individual on the face of our soil. Say what is happening? We are seeing beneath this progress of successive election and successful transition, democratic transitions, beneath that, we are noticing a troubling pattern that are re-emerging, raising concern that the country may be drifting towards a familiar and dangerous past. This is where you have to be wary. This is where you have to be concerned. This is where you have to get on the edge of your seat and start to worry about the country. How? Did we dance in the poo water to come and remind us and start to make us scary and feel like, oh, when you look back, you see, for the past 2 decades, what you have managed to achieve in your personal life, in your community life, and see that actions are being taken. Right? Actions are being taken that could drag us back, and you do not know what will be the attitude this time around. Or anything should go haywire here. Should we spare an octogenarian and sacrifice the collective gains that we've made only because of the comfort of a few that are milking the spoils and the rot of this disorganized system? Very disorganized, dysfunctional. Look at all the ministries. People are leaving their offices 4 o'clock. 3 o'clock, people are leaving their offices. Nothing to do. Look at Mikat. Empty, ghost town. Zero. Nothing there. There's a whole breakdown. Nothing is working. Just a few. They're just collecting money. Look at the size of the recurring expenditure. Look at it. And you see what they're doing there. Places. We have our friends in government. The moment it's 3 o'clock, they're available at the tire centers. They're sitting there doing nothing, absolutely. 12 o'clock, somebody leave to go for lunch. They can't even go back to job. Oh, you don't know that's what's going on the rescue government? You don't know that? These buggers who go to liquor shop, they will stay there the whole day, and they collect salary. You have a functioning republic, functioning society. The society is not working. It's not moving. The only passing around for one Lebanese man still collecting bribe and kickbacks and stuff, and the rest of us no hope. At the center of these concerns is the growing dominance of incumbency power, an influence that, if left unchecked, risks eroding democratic norms and weakening institutional independence. But this so-called opposition party, calling themselves consultative committee, are not concerned or looking at these critical, red flags. No, it doesn't bother them. For as long as somebody in the executive, right, can put some envelopes together, go to them and say, gentlemen, the CDC men are not coming back. So you get an envelope, and they're okay, and then they can write nonsense statement to endorse a partisan to lead the National Elections Commission. And this is what, right, pundits are saying is a threatening sign that risks eroding democratic norms and weakening institutional independence. And when institutional independence are eroded, corroded, and then what happened? Trust in the system are broken, and when all of that happens, chaos ignite. Chaos ignite. And when chaos ignite, what happened? I don't know. Go and ask Bakai. A quiet drift. When power outpaces institution, what do we see? when power outpaces institution. What that means is when the power you get start to make more sense than the integrity of the institution. Like, for example, the court now. Beginning like James School, let them put it from because of whatever political power they think they have, right? They can outrightly ignore court order, court instruction, Supreme Court instruction, the final arbiter of justice in the land. So at that level, if they start to disrespect the Supreme Court of Liberia, so what do you think we are going as a country? Where do you think we are going? It's troubling. It's worrying for those that have ears. Let them hear. For those that think, oh, it's okay, you know, that UP, that Joey. You think Labra's problem is Joey are not coming back, Joey are coming back. You have narrowed everything, and some of you just okay. You're not thinking outside of that box, and that's what they're doing to you. They're manipulating you. It is like it is like, you know, a kind of terrorist, you know, network, right? What they do to you? They radicalize you, they manipulate you, they keep you in that small little bubble and you can't think out of it. And this is why. So right now, they just grab all of your brain, they put it in, they play say, we're not coming back. They are holding your brain right there. And you don't see anything, you don't see the danger happening in the country. Oh, we are not coming back, and that's okay for you. This is nonsense. On the surface, Liberia's democracy appears stable. But a closer look suggests that political influence is increasingly shaping decisions within key institutions. Political influence, not the law anymore. Political influence, political connection, political contact. You're okay. You can go to the central bank, you take any kind of money. Once you know you're from the rescue cycle, you from yesterday I was telling you about how useless the executive management has become right now. A criminal can come with drugs money, you get 25,000, 50,000, you ration a Chani car, and put your AC on and go there, you get away. In established democracies, incumbency is balanced by strong checks and independent bodies. In Liberia, however, critics argue that incumbency has become a decisive force, one that can influence legislative outcome, shape judicial processes, and determine political survival. So because the man the president now, automatically he's beyond reproach. He can do anything he feel like doing. He can influence anything, and no check and balance, nothing. No other institutions are allowed to function properly, right? Vice president can go into PPCC, 10 PPCC law also done, grab people, carry them on plane to China, go there and select company for yourself, come and bring Chinese machine and blah, blah, blah. PCC book can function the right way. PCC can set up any kind of system. You say, you know what? All the contractors in the country, you got to pay $2,000 to all, right? Monday, they say, what we paying the $2,000 for? We don't know. Oh, you don't know PPCC people collecting $2,000. Contractor can't talk. Nobody know where the money going to. They're paying it to a GD bank account, not to the consolidated account. Oh, that is news for you. People just enriching themselves because there's a breakdown. The concern is not merely about power, but about its unchecked expansion. Power is unchecked. The president can go ahead and do anything. The president like anything, feel okay personally or anybody, you can take any action and remove them. The president came to the airport, the president, what is happening? The president say, but you know, yes, you're expecting it to happen in the country that never happened before, blah, blah, blah. Can you imagine? No strong institution prepared to stand up to say, no, we can't allow our country, no. How we expect things that never happened before? Abnormal things, the president say, abnormal things will happen. The Koluba case, discipline or political silencing. The controversial removal of former Montserrat County District 10 Representative Yeke Koluba has become a defining example. While the House of Representatives justified its decision as lawful, the process drew sharp criticism from legal experts and some lawmakers, who argued that due process was ignored, Koluba's legal team walked out of proceedings, citing procedural violations, and a writ of prohibition from the Supreme Court was allegedly overlooked. A writ of prohibition from the Supreme Court of the Republic of Liberia overlooked, ignored, and abused by lawmakers, rescue lawmakers, regime puppet lawmakers, regime speaker, under regime speaker gavel, under the gavel of another man who say, he say, I mean, Tom of Alaga, what kind of movement say independent movement for what? Within year 2, going to year 3, they were forming re-election movement. Can you imagine? They continue to get vision of everything they're just saying. Even those in leadership, they ain't even thinking about what to do, what to achieve, right? But rather that re-election vision, he penny. Damn it, man. I mean, you be like, I mean, you're bringing your children up in this country. The circumstances surrounding his removal, combined with his reputation as a vocal critic of the establishment, have fueled perception that dissent rather than misconduct was being punished. And of course, you can agree, he's being punished because the way man can talk to the president, blah, blah. But who is the president? Isn't that Bwaka is the president? What is Bwaka doing? Are the things Bwaka doing conforming to the interests or the promises he made to the Liberian people? No. There are hosts of them here. He's breaking the laws, violating the Constitution, bribing people, taking them from tenure positions. Look at the hundreds of millions he paid to CBL people to leave the office and pull his kinsmen there. And he said, oh, the man shouldn't have a critical view on that. So because he decided to sell your soul. Lawmakers, including Musa Hassan Belete, warned that the move could set a dangerous precedent. They should not be mistaken for justice. What we have seen appears to be retribution for dissent, Belete said. President gets what he wants. President gets what he wants. It's a dangerous atmosphere. That is a complete dictatorship. Nobody says anything. No opposing view. Nobody interjects. Nobody corrects. Nobody tries to provide or offer any suggestive opinion. Absolutely not. The president say poo-poo, everybody more poo-poo in the country. The president say pee-pee, everybody more pee-pee. The president say move the man, everybody more move the man. Kill the man, everybody more kill the man. Blah, blah. That is a dangerous society to exist. Representative Ta Wongbe, Ta Zogbe Kato Wongbe of Nimba County District Number 9 publicly distanced himself from the controversial removal of Yeke Koluba while delivering a scathing critique of governance and legislative independence in Liberia. In a strongly worded statement issued following Koluba's expulsion, Representative Wongbe made it clear he did not support the action. Let it be clear, I did not sign any resolution to remove my colleague, Wongbe declared. While acknowledging that he disagreed with Koluba's remarks, which he described as reckless and irresponsible, Wongbe questioned both the legality and integrity of the process that led to his removal. Do I believe the process and outcome were right, lawful, and in the spirit of good governance? No, he stated. Wongbe's statement went beyond the immediate controversy, offering a broader and more troubling assessment of Liberia's political system. And this is a cause for everybody to worry about. Because nobody want to go back. We can have our disagreement, we talk, blah, blah, blah. But when we elect people who go and succumb and, of course, compromise the purpose for which we elected them, go to all your district, all your lawmaker, what you elected. Go and check their records when they were campaigning with you, what they will tell you. When we go there, we'll ensure the rule of law, we'll ensure that laws are made, we'll ensure that we check this, we'll blah, blah. Look at what they are doing. You can just bundle them all, take them and put them in one hotel for 2-3 months. They can go to their own place, move them from there, take them from there, carry them again. They say, oh, bundle them up, getting 30,000. You hear them, 6 million people are electing, $6 million spent to remove Yeke Koluba for what purpose? When there is no medicine in the hospital and all that. After nearly 2.5 years in the legislature, he said, he has reached a stark conclusion. The president gets what the president wants. Though he did not present evidence, the session points to growing perception among some lawmakers that the executive, led by Joseph Newman Boaka, exerts significant influence over legislative outcomes. Wongbe outlined, and this is a damning verdict on the integrity of each of you in that legislature. What that Wongbe wrote or expressed out there is a damning verdict on all of you. And we hope this time around the Liberian consciousness will be enhanced to drawing from these things. Look, election time, when they come to you with sweet talk and they come to you with rest bag and they're being generous and they're building things, right? Listen to them. But remember some of these things, some of these lines. If the president wants a lawmaker removed, it happens. If the president wants a speaker removed, it happens. If the president wants institutions reprimanded, it is done. Whatever the president wants, the president gets. Said, is that what the legislature is actually for? No. A legislature that permits these kinds of attitude is equated to a rubber stamp legislature. That is a rubber stamp legislature. Let's tell you more. In one of the most striking parts of his statement, Wongbe raised fundamental questions about the relevance of legislature itself. What is the role of the legislature if it is reduced to a rubber stamp? He asks, existing only to legitimize the will of the president. You have a legislature, right? Both the Senate and the House. The only purpose down there is to be there. Anything the president say, they validate it. Anything the president say, they legitimize it. Wrong or correct. Anything illegal or not. No check, no balancing, no oversight, absolutely nothing. You can bring any kind of 419 fly by net company. The president writes a communication, send it to them, they act on it. No scrutiny, no accountability questions. Yellow machine can yellow machine go Today everybody forget about yellow machine thing. Fabi Ford get portfolio, they not get portfolio, they get capacity, they not get capacity, they go to. What else again? Lala Chanin Tili Billion, it go to. This other one the other one will pave all the road, it go to. Nonsense. That is a mark of a rubber stamp legislature, and we are in serious danger. Because you know what, right? In the structure of our governance architecture and the way the framework of our governance is organized, right? They are coordinate, right? And the reason they coordinate is that they have crisscrossing functions and duties and responsibility to ensure check and balances and guarantee efficiency in the outcome of government's actions and government's program. But as it is, no. The president wakes up one morning, he wants this thing to happen. The president sends it. Yombly is doing hallelujah, Mr. President, hallelujah. It goes to regime speaker and I'm crawling all on the ground. Say, who sent a letter? I said, tell regime speaker, say that president sent it, make him crawl on the ground for it before you hold it. Yes, sir, Mr. President, yes, sir, Mr. This is absolute nonsense. And this is what we have on our hands, but it's terrible. I mean, it's terrible, but we have to live through it. We have to go through it. But the saddest part is the citizens themselves have been reduced to praise singers. Praise singers. They're singing praises. They're singing praises. You know, say they say the king is naked, and nobody dare say the king is naked. The president is terribly leading the country. Chicken soup factory road you can pay in 2 to 3 years. Small community road you can face it, but somebody was taking as the president building roads. This is Liberia for you. This is rescue for you. 0776 104 104 065 104 plus 2365 104 are the numbers. Let's hear you. What do you think? Speak your mind or forever hold your peace. This is Liberia. This is our country. That's the power we have to assess, make an opinion on what is going on in the country, and get your feedback. 0776 104 104 086 500 104 plus 231 886 500 104 are the numbers to call, and let's hear you. What do you think? Whatever you are. Good morning.
Good morning, Abu. How you doing?
I'm okay. I don't care.
Yeah. And the decision you pay that the pushing for the return of President we are a member of the Concerned Bureau for Justice. You know, yeah. And when you talk about the political party store, and I was gonna say, yes, you are right. These are the people that are making decisions for us. But we really pray and hope that in this time, age of time that we live in now, that we will have opportunity for adjustment again in our constitution. Because sometimes you want to look at the patterns of the constitution, because when you can say there should be multiplicity of political parties, multi-party democracy, people say, oh, but I can join there, I can form a political party. Because people are using that political party store
and making money out of your support. You join them, they start doing business with it.
Okay, so at the end of the first round of the election, with the second round, you see them jumping on 500 person, 1,000 people, you go play for both. At the end of the day, you have to say in the governing process of the country. And when it starts for decision, the whole candidate they will never be independent. Why even work? You will have a man that is his ability. When you were reading his report, his result for the various counties, he said, we have 9 counties. And surprised to somebody telling me that brother never has anything, he never has paper. He would just tell me that don't funnel and misleading the Liberian people. So like I said, I'm going to pray and hope that one of these days, in this new dispensation, we'll be able to make for adjustment. And then quickly to the Supreme Court, yeah. And the only thing, what it does is they continuously putting Boaka up there that this government does not respect the rule of law. This government does not respect Supreme Court. Yeah, it's supporter. See the argument they are putting up. Oh, we didn't receive it. The computer may receive it. And this, who really care? Then the question we ask, you will not even know about Supreme Court communication at the House. How come you guys declare whether they receive anything from the Supreme Court? Then two, what necessitated you going to Supreme Court yesterday with your own money? What was it because of the journalist or publication that will carry you there? Let the guys start joking here. So where we are now, Supreme Court versus lower house here because they got no do it ready and produce it. Who received it? Why did they receive it? When they handle that, before now you can come there. So all of these things they just intended to continually derail the progress of the country because court issue. And that was small thing, so we're going to be going back and forth with this thing again. They're going to have a long run, but in my mind, I don't think you're going to be able to make a comeback. If you do, we are in opposition. We pray for that. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. We're generally assessing the status of our democracy and the possibility of us going back. Good morning.
Good morning, Abu. This is Mr. Alexander Cooper calling from Broadway.
Go ahead, Chief.
Like I always said to you, I'm one of those who got Mr. Boana. And I regret to the highest degree of those actions that I took, even those that I conveyed. I want to apologize to them now to the issue.
Mm-hmm.
You see, I kept hearing you say that you go back, but I think we have been back. You have a system. I've been listening to the president statement using groundbreaking ceremony. Referring to like meetings and dogs. That when you're going somewhere and dogs bark at you, they still the dog because you wouldn't go to your destination. This is the kind of idea we have from them. And this is not what some of us would wonder if they're supporting it. With respect to the lower house,
You don't have a legislature that should be a branch of government to monitor and to make laws to check the executive. You don't have that branch. We are heading backwards and we are already there. It takes some money. Worker, if you don't have these things to govern this country, is that if you don't have it, I think I'm saying it's
Mr. Koba, the fear is that when you have a democracy where institutions that are supposed to function independently are no longer allowed to function independently, the independence of those institutions are being undermined, and the judiciary, the court system, of course, the legislature is completely rubber stamp. What the president wants, what the president gets, is kind of breeding some degree of fear in people. That how long can we sustain on this path? Are we now, slowly sliding back to the dark days?
In fact, this is why I want to disagree. We're not slowly, we are already sliding back. Just imagine the president of France, a parliament. Some of us saw that the world was running a specific one. It was a thing that factor. In fact, he was supervising the process of the world because he had $3 from the Mexico. The parliament. How can you apply such a person who has been a controversial statement? And not just a person that was but a person that actually what is the point?
Because you don't have a strong legislature, so that's all. But thank you very much. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
Let me say good morning to people. Keep on Papa. I'm really sure the assistant secretary for Ghana of the city of Ethiopia. I may agree with the president when he said things that are happening yesterday and not happening. Yesterday, on a month, 12 years, we are still here, getting no occupy for your land, but to be occupying it. So these are things that we expect to happen on a president that will feel that like belong to only him and go against us. I don't want for people to depend on that legislature. From the day Richard Kuhn, they were taking the good offering, put 11 up, and prefer to retire against because nothing good you get on that place. People only make business out of that place. The only reason why they expect a government is because it's critical on the government and the president. That's all. The president wants people to pay money every day, they must do sushi things. And that's not how we expected Mr. Baka to be all of it for the 2 years. We expected him to lead this country in a rightful manner that Liberian would be happy. But the president is more angry than any other Liberian. When you do a statistic or survey, Mr. Baka or President Baka is the more angry person in the country. Everywhere you go, he will either veto, he keep people on, or he doesn't approve of it. Yeah. The other difference that he went to board us out, he keep people on. Everything you thought things that people are expecting for you. I think the woman is frustrated in the way in which the country is going. Because with all of the experience in coming in Liberia, the legislature not taking order. The judiciary is the one who is responsible to interpret our law. You fraud one signature, you illegally expect you get called back. The people come to the process, you get this thing. But let me say this to people who feel that James Collier went to law school. I think under the leadership of the president of James Gordon Grider for Louis out of Glasgow, that was a disgrace. He's the mayor.
He has not graduated yet. He's still a student also.
Why they give it out of a mayor in law school? He's the mayor who went and broke around on city speaker office on national holiday. He's still giving that kind of a man. James Gordon, history will record him badly. All of the bad things in that building, James Gordon is badly. I work in the building. All of the bad things in that building. That James Korea and Fala, you be the country, the country not running us on my feeling. The country belongs to every one of us. No one will start from here. Everyone will leave here and will challenge on the night. On the night, it will be a different moment for us. That Mr. Baka, it will be a day for him to leave. Because we gave Mr. Baka to give Mr. Baka president, it will collapse.
All right, thank you very much. On the WhatsApp, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Morning.
This is Rodney John calling from Charlotte, North Carolina.
Go ahead, Chief.
Yeah, if you strongly believe that they are on this end, and when we wake up to listen to you guys to know about our country's doings, please give us a little bit of time. That's my request. I'm not demanding. So.
I mean, time for what? Time to talk?
Yeah. Sometimes you cut us off.
Because we gave 1 minute now, we see the time, and then all the phones are ringing. But go ahead, I'll give consideration. Go ahead.
So these guys have indoctrinated this my uncle guy. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
They have indoctrinated him. If you what he has said.
But of all of them, no, 1 minute, let me hold you on that, Jai. Who should be indoctrinating their friend? He is more experienced. He is another man. He's been around. And then you mean his children equal will be indoctrinating him? It should be the other way around.
So he doesn't have the ability to even remember. You remember one time my uncle Braga said, the only people we eat? Do you remember that on the campaign trail?
Mm-hmm.
But today, if and say, even if that road you can eat, that road will lead you to eat. So, why do you think he's saying those things that he used to say the opposite of it? He doesn't even remember. So, and that's why I'm telling Liberians, the only plan of these guys in government right now, I can promise you, they understand that there is nothing they can do for the people of Liberia. So their plan is to get everything they can get, give Liberians, the color people a stamp here, a stamp on, so they can fight back. And that's why you see from the police to every government entity, they are giving you stay here. If you talk, they throw you out because they don't have time. All they need to do is still, and come back to where they left. They were on social media saying we don't want jobs in Liberia. Where are they right now? Where are the old folks from the group homes? They are there. They understand y'all.
Mm-hmm.
They say y'all not anything. You understand? And that's why I keep saying no to any political party going and saying we're standing protesting. That should not happen. Because if the political party come back and they're happy, they will put a stop to it. So thank you, man. Thank you for what you are doing.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Chief. And well said. But this is it. We just have to keep talking. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you this morning?
I'm okay.
Okay, this is Omer Robert Nwako. And I joined you from District 17.
Go ahead.
Thank you for the talking point. But let me say something because I heard you talking about that chicken factory role and other things you talk about. Let me tell you from 1943 all the way to 2005, the politics that was in Liberia changed immediately when the CDC came into the limelight of politics in Liberia.
Okay.
What am I saying? We say, we want multi-partyism and everybody speaking all of the English. That's why we don't know, but we start to understand from some other people who explain to us.
Mm-hmm.
The thing the core of control. If the father cannot control the home and want the children to join the father and the mother to control the home, you think that home will stand? It will be very difficult because the father is not in control, the mother is not in control, and so the children will have to do their own thing.
So how do you relate that to the country context that we're talking?
Thank you. You have a political party in this country. We have the TWP, we have the independent, in fact we have the Republican here also.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now, those parties were here, we got the TWP, we say that one party system, we don't want. Of course, yes, that's our right. We start to bring in all of the political parties, like you said. By the time they may come, he gets one black there, he come for America, gets more money, then he can open up a political party because he will join, but you don't have the chance to win. He will join there. And somebody got to give him a piece of job. When he get there, he want to do his own thing, because he want to do things that the people will like him. And so he'll say this party, look at the number of political parties we have here. How many of them after election, you can see them working? How many of them after the election, where can you find them all will disappear? Even when you
taking liberal land and looking normal, nobody's talking. So, but you are making a point. You said when CDC came into the political fray, the politics changed, or I mean, I want you to expound on that. Or why you say that?
Fine. Everybody that now take the other side, insult, fighting. You write a song, monkey calm down, relating, mentioning human being with animals. Monkey calm down, monkey not eat, monkey not do this. And you saw what happened here to our former president, Madam Johnson Sirleaf, when he was running. You saw something here that which I don't let them mention on radio. You saw people carrying clothes around here, have some red ink on it. That was not good. That was the beginning of the destruction of this country. And if you start to carry on all of these things, you will not get the children to understand or to respect the older people. Now, when you find out that the older people are getting to get angry with what the young people are doing, then everybody join into this thing and will destroy the country all of us. Because we'll not see the best thing coming up. But you in the radio station there, you pass on the information to us. We will take it now to carry it because you will connect with. But if you pass it and we take it our way, you think it will be good for you that there you that passing the message to us, you will not be. Now, chicken to factory I was talking about it. There was a man already there. They said, oh, the men can do everything. That room, that assault day over them. I mean, guys can go there and assault day back over there from that time. The men took over as representative. That rule has not been made. But now, fighting the president, just came to power. 2 years that rule cannot be made. That's not how we should look at politics.
No, okay. So let me help you understand that, right? We know about that man you're talking about. But the government of Liberia on President Baga came to power, when they broke ground down there that they were building the road. Are you aware of that?
I'm aware, yes. I'm aware.
So tell me, why will it take, we're not talking about individual, what you're talking about individual, but talking about the whole government. For the government to break ground for a community road and take more than 2 years, and they've not even placed the first quota down yet, then you say, we don't do something like that?
So, you there, District 17, a building road, you have seen that place too? District 17, building road, you seen it?
So what are you trying to say? Is justified for Chicken to Factory road to be like that, right?
It's not about jumping on all. Do something you finish, you do them like finish number.
But the one you jump on, you're not finished here. We're talking about that one. Chicken to Factory. Or Chicken to Factory people not get life in there, then deserve road too. They don't want more just wait.
That's not what I'm saying.
But then what you saying now, because the post saying you dug big hole in the place, the whole community of rainfall, water going in people's homes. You face the road, the whole thing is left like that. Where you can go now, so the place can go, the rent from the black can go to, or the people that can call here, they living in the place. Chicken to Factory will call you. But anyway, thank you. You've had the time, it's your view. It's okay. Let's respect that. 0776 104 104 086 500 104 plus 231 86 500 104. Add the numbers to call. And of course, let's see. Good morning.
Good morning, Abu.
Morning.
Thank you. Abu, I'm Spencer Mohammed. Was down Goldstone Hill, Winter Community, and a member of the Concern Liberia for Justice. Abu, thank you very much. Attention has been drawn to the issue of the multiplicities of political parties in our country. Abu, those guys, whenever they go to America and they throw the cartoon and they hustle around and they know that they are unsuccessful, they come back to Liberia with small money that they get, they come and form a political party to always use it to get jobs. I think in my mind, these guys are getting to know the easier way of getting in Liberia is through political parties. That's why you see the multiplicity of political parties all around here. And the next issue has to do with government. Abu, this government can be on the mattress of experience. They told us that the 2 years experience, when you do come to power, everything in our country was going to be right. But they see today, President Baga government sitting in the Supreme Court that serves as the highest arbiter of justice in our country is mind-boggling. And using the House of Legislature, dragging it to a rubber stamp. It's Pastor Wungbe in my mind. Our country is dragging, and Joe Parker needs to do more. This is not what he promised us. Look at the Chicken Factory report. What you're talking about? Yes, now the road cannot be fixed. Yes, they told us that the road will be yesterday. Today, it's frustrated because all the guys that he brought on board, they are not helping him, and nothing is working for him because he is not connected. Everything went down the drain, but he's forgetting to know that I grow with me, and he will go ahead. Thank you very much. Always giving us the opportunity to make our voice on national issue. Thank you, Abu.
Thank you very much. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Abu.
Good morning, live. Where are you calling from?
I'm patient calling from the morning for saying that prayer for justice.
Go ahead.
Abu, you comment. I don't always see on your platform. Would I get nothing for it? Would I get nothing for it? Oh, they fucking the power with lies. I see, listen to the prophet said, they officially are online. They put nothing okay for them. Abu. If people claim to be somebody that have for the two years extra going to themselves.
Why you think we'll not get nothing from them?
If you check out, if people see, nothing will get for them. That's it.
Okay, thank you very much. That's all of you. Good morning. Good morning. Okay, this caller is not ready. Good morning.
Good morning, Abu.
Morning.
This is Error Council. Abu,
Mm-hmm.
I'm an old lady. I was born the days of toddler. But something I can't understand.
Mm-hmm.
All along, they used to call our country Republic of Liberia, Democratic Country of Liberia. But right now, you think what kind of form of government now we're facing? Is that monarchy? Nobody I beg you to explain to me. What we're sitting down, you just get up and do things.
I think what is happening, the democracy is being undermined, is being short-circuited, they're bypassing the democratic principles, and one man is having his way. It can be equal to totalitarianism, right? Or a dictatorship. You can put it that way, but we still running a democratic republic. But underneath it now, the values are not being upheld, and that's the trouble we are in as a country.
Okay, thank you, my friend. That's all, Mama.
Okay, thank you very much. Good morning. The old man is getting confused now. You're not easy. Let's hear you.
Yeah, good morning, Abu Shari, and good morning to the people of the North Nigeria.
My name is George Waters, and I'm calling this morning from Watersa.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Abu Shari, thank you ever so much this morning for the topic on the discussion. But one thing I want to really look at the door today, that some of us went against you 42 years old experience family. The reason we went against it is because we are here from Europa. Some of us know this topic too well. That this people, the country has been giving this topic the proper paper, giving his local country for all that years of power. They did not do anything for local. They did not do anything for local. For putting that respect, that human respect, human worker. But nothing in return is given to local. The time we started seeing development in local countries, there was honor the previous government as the local. I will say today to you, Abu Shari, that with the time we started seeing development in our country, they were doing the previous regime. And we stand to say today, we will not get anything out of this topic. We will not get anything today, anything tomorrow. Even if this topic we can give me the next 42 years power. President Joseph Lumumba will never deliver this country. Thank you ever so much.
Thank you very much. Good morning. Good morning.
Yeah, I want.
Morning.
Yeah, I want to now. Sorry. You want me? We're not getting nothing for them. If people keep on stealing, if somebody told you they may officially are all liars. If they're all liars, they don't respect the rule of law. This time is Supreme Court. That's what Supreme Court.
But the prophet I know say the prophet that Deacon, he say man a liar, he say Deacon a liar. The prophet I know man a Deacon.
But Abu Deacon get that.
I don't know.
They may tell you that you are coming back to the world where at the end of the month, they may back bulletproof. They may tell you when you went, can I say you're going to pay dormitory there? If you get a recording, that you're going to pay dormitory where? It's fucking to see, Abu. They may want, if we are suffering, we went there, we say, Papa, what the master give. So that what is sitting on the desk, they make you say, when you visit the big property and run the country. They see me too, and get listen to radio. When you want to a cooking day, you say, get listen to radio. When you start to say, they made our own, they make for you for my question. Who make a big president, Abu? Who make a big
Yeah, we got Waka. We got Tinubu in Nigeria. Okay. Thank you very much, Patience. And let's take Thomas. Thomas will take us home. Thomas, good morning. Good morning.
Let me say good morning to the listening audience. This is Thomas and Sabo and Afun concern Labrador for Justice. Abu, Joe Baga, nobody will define failure without mentioning the name Baga. In fact, Baga, if you even ask AR, the first thing we put Baga as failure, we can, or this old man is a key failure in achieving the history of the whole universe. What can I mean? Anything you test, it will be teacher rating, everything will decline, it will spoil, it will jackal, it will just split into pieces. But the man has no history of success.
So what did the man out there just split into pieces?
The Rest Project, the old joint I say in Lofa, CPP Chakla, the executive manager, you know, as you tell you the story of Liberia, all the promises the old man made. Why I was it when president we have a bidding role, he said it was sour roll, Liberia don't need roll. Now why you there talking, you can't eat roll, but a roll can make you to eat. Who says that? Is the old man having brain or the old Abu, if you take the old man brain, you put it in your boat, it go to a walk by walk. What kind of man will have in this country as president? What kind of you are very suffering, Abu. We are very suffering. Imagine no Liberian out of this country can even boast of their president. No Liberian are dead. Even the who from the diaspora can be calling for Baga are double dead and they can even boast of their own president. So we are suffering. We are in fact eating has become achievement in this country and innocent Yeke Koruba in one May to distract us from the Lofa, Solomba Polo and Guinea case. No, Joseph Baga, you should tell the real story about that Polo. Tell the story. Because you went out and do hold your hand and live and dog baby. You be your friend Malabio, you lift for your hand in the air. Now you make Malabio your friend because you are not able to do I don't even know what's going on. So I will thank you for the time.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, see your views. But folks, that's it. That's the power we have, and you know, to speak to these things in the country that are absolutely counterproductive. We hope the president listens and he takes these criticisms in good faith and lead well. I mean, and that's what we're going to talk before we go home, right? And let me take a break and we'll come back and talk about why is the president angry? The way the president has been responding to things every time, the president addresses the public, he has to tutor, he has to. I mean, the president is not happy. Why is the president angry? Who should the president be angry with? The Liberian people or himself? Let's break Crime Stopper Liberia. We'll be right back.
About music. There are crimes in many places, in every community, you know, you can see. So if you see crime, you report it. Don't take law in your hand, call the right authority. Tell it can't take your law in. Crime Stopper here for us, bringing safety to your door. Whether you rich or you poor, if you see you must take it, I mean you cheche. Do it for your safety. If you see it, don't keep it. You must call to report it. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and make it peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, the stopping crimes for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and make it peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, let's stop it, crimes for all of us.
Crime Stopper Liberia is your community crime fighting partner. Don't take the law into your own hands. Remember, if you see a crime, report it. This is a message from your own self, old man Sam Cyan.
Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and make it peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, let's stop it, crimes for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and make it peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, let's stop it, crimes for all of us.
Okay, Crime Stopper Liberia. Crime Stopper Liberia. And folks, fellow Liberian, in the wake of the ongoing debate around Yeke Koluba's expulsion, while Yeke and his legal team has taken flight to the Supreme Court of Liberia, indications are that lawmaker who names were previously placed on the resolution has either stated that they never signed, like in the case of Sempi Jala of Bomi County, and then others are saying they rescinded the approval prior to the plenary action. It's like probably they are signed earlier, but along the line they decided, no, the way the process was going, so I rescind. But then, criminally, those who were in charge, they maintain those rescinded signatures on it because they actually did not meet the number required. So they had to nefariously maintain the signatures of these individuals on it, and they moved to plenary and took what has become the controversial removal of Yeke Koluba that's now creating a situation. And this is becoming a distraction for the most part. So the likes of Isaac Cholople Wu, Johnson S.N. Williams, River G, right? They both of them from River G District number 2 and River G District number 3, along with Sempi Jala of Bomi County District number 2, or same as District 2 or 3, have all stated that they either never signed the resolution or they withdrew their consent prior to the plenary's action. Yet, their names reportedly appeared on the final document used to justify Koluba's removal. So, James Collier, Thomas P. Fala, Rachel Kun, you can run the legislature the way you feel. At the end of the day, a time will come, you will be reminded that as powerful as you think you are, the people power is way more than yours. Right? This is a slap. Right? The people are saying they did not. So if you withdraw these 3 signatures from there, that means the actual number of people who consented did not meet the required number to remove or expel Yeke. Now you understand why the action was rushed, sneak jack, and it was just executed with an instruction from the speaker to the rule of law caucus, to the rule of law, the rule order and administration committee, and of course the sergeant at arms office, to ensure that Yeke never returns to the Capitol building in any office and blah, 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 and blah, 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 and all of that. But these things are coming out now. It's important. It is important for you to know. So while we're on the calling section, somebody spoke about the executive mansion. Have you noticed for the past week or two, Monrovia has been without water, and this is not even a matter of just your household and stuff. Yesterday, the executive mansion, I was driving past a line of water truck carrying water to the executive mansion. Parker office said not get water. Mo Ali brags that he has been doing everything, but he cannot provide water in Monrovia. He cannot provide water to Monrovia. And they got to take water in truck. Mamadi trucks to carry to the mansion to go put it there. But yeah, the people say they transforming the country, they rescuing the country. You can imagine Joe you're going to see water truck, truck in London carrying water to the mansion. Okay, well, that's that for you now, folks. After going through a whole lot and seeing that the president of the Republic of Liberia looks so angry, and every time he has an opportunity, to addressing burning issues in the country, he sends out insults. And the latest of it all is the president's demeaning characterizations of Liberians that are raising concerns, that are crying for jobs and crying for hardship, the increment in the price of gas and everything that people are complaining about and raising concerns about. And the president said in his response to these and termed them to be an issue and equating these critical expressions and critical views as comments coming from, dogs, backs of dogs. And I know as much as it will be metaphoric, but the metaphoric equivalence of human beings, citizens of the country to dog, is not only demeaning, but it's abusive. And the most trouble about that, what will make a president of a country to start to characterize and describe the concerns of his people and equate them to dogs barking? It's the one that we need to be thinking about. Ellen has had critics in this country. Ellen will say, noisy minority, right? Or noisy majority. Understand? President Weah will say, enemies of the state. I mean, you're working, but the people, because the state is the government, so enemies of the government, so to speak. But when it came Mr. Barker's time, they say they are dogs. Say barking dogs. So I'm not going to pay attention to barking dogs. Nobody before him call or equate Liberians to dog. A domestic animal in the context of Liberia West Point eating poo-poo or on the beach. So why is the president angry? It has to be, a degree of anger. The president start to equate the people to dog, and say, basically, the context in which the president spoke, there are a lot of complaints and people complaining. It's critical. And not only ordinary people complaining, right? For example, so once you're critical, you're asking the hard question, you're raising issue, like Jewon Gongolo, like Musa Bedete, like former President George Weah, and what the latest former President Weah said, do not mistake a snake for pet or something. He wrote on his status. And then Alex Kumi doesn't look too much skunk. Alex Kumi look like he still want to feel, and stuff. So yeah, he can be looking someone away. Yeah, somebody getting what you can leave when you leave, but they still won't use it. They be so that Alex Kumi on the opposition being looking, not looking serious. Yeah, he's still polishing his position, but he's still an opposition. So the president says all those people who are raising issue, those are you who say, oh, the country hard. Those are you who say, oh, no job in the country. Those are you who say, oh, the president not deliver no project here. Those are you who say, oh, blah blah blah. Those are you, all of you talking anything. Say the president say you're not married because you're dog then. In a context, metaphorically. You're not married because you're dog then. It's important, right? So we come here this morning to understand the vexation of the president on dissent. So the president is not mincing his words. The president doesn't like to be criticized. He doesn't like to be critiqued. The president believes that because he's president now, everybody should just be bowing down and worshiping him and be saying, "Oh, yeah, Mr. President," wasting money. When it came to the 4-year project, you take $10 million, you go, you waste it there. You spend the country money. When it's time to do bad things in the country, we can find money. To violate the law, the government can find money. But if it's time to put money in JFK, no money. Time to put money in LEC, no money. That all will benefit from. Time to put money in water and sewer, no money. But time to remove a political opponent, money there. Time to remove Speaker Kufa, money there. Time to remove Yeke, money there. Time to build mansion in Foya, money there. So JMB says that as we are raising these governance issues, he is not going to waste his time. And this is his direct quote. I said it earlier and I'm going to say it again. He said, as JMB and the father of rescue, as he is going somewhere, right? As he is leading the country, as he is president now of the country, and that there is a lot of noise and concerns and issue, right? In the context of his metaphor, he said, as there are dogs barking at him, dogs means Liberian. So any part of Liberia you are that you are concerned, you're raising issue, or you're telling the president, oh, Mr. President, this one, that one, the president equate you to dog, and those concerns you're raising, you're barking. So dog barking. He said, you're the dog then that barking at him. He said, if he stopped to choose to all of you, to respond to all of you, he will not reach where he won't go. So you can keep backing, he go in. It's funny, but it's serious. What is leadership? Servant leadership. Leaders start to insult and abuse their people. What does that indicate? For those of you who are reverends and pastors out there, you're leaders of the gospel, or those of you imam, what does that attribute when you're in a country, you're in a society, and then the leaders start to be insultive and abusive? What does it say? What does God say about those kinds of leaders? What does God say? It's important to understand, because where we are now, Right? Okay. Come in, folks. They want to hear that serious matter because come go home now. They want to serious matter because, like I said, early in course, anybody, no matter how, all the things that happen to early in course, nobody door in the country here before. But everything that happened in burning tire, threatening the president, like will show you a stone, will do this, will bring you anywhere you see gun coming from, will bring gun, will do this, will bring war in the country, will end like bro. So we are not calling anybody door. But say, Mr. President, no job in the country. The justice system ain't favoring the poor. Mr. President, they're breaking our homes so we won't get a place to sleep. But look at the report from Satan. Demolition victims, you know what happening to their lives? Some of them are getting sick, some of them are dying on the street, some of the children are dying, and all that. The president said when you talk about the one, then you're barking like a dog. So a metaphor is a figure of speech where you describe something by saying it is something else to show a resemblance or make a comparison without using like or as. When you use like or as, that's simile, a metaphor. So the president was trying to say that's like when people are, especially the critical ones, are dogs. But he don't say you're talking like dogs, and So he made that comparison between the critics of a government and a dog barking. What do you think? What does that signal to you? 0776 104 104 086 500 104 plus 231 86 500 104. This one here is big for my mouth. My one can talk all the way. So let's hear you. Oh, the experienced president tend to cussing now, calling him a being a dog. My people, rescue president. Vet more than anything in the country. What? Probably the job high, eh? I thought you said that was man job again. Man get a job now, man can stand it, man calling him on being dogs. Folks. Good morning.
Abu.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No. If the president can cause a anything, the president is anything done, then you are finished. No, let me know the land on school. Abu, the Abu, tell us that I should go on the ground. This president will insult, will say people get bad. Everywhere people go, people just be asking, people just be begging. Then, what going on again? What the one thing going on? Then you will say, where you going, where you going, where you parking? You want to be all the toilet are parking, it means that you're not going where you're going. Can you imagine, Abu? What kind of leader would be insulted to citizens?
Okay, that's what you get. Good morning.
Yes, good morning, Chief.
Good morning.
My name is Tony McKelvis. I'm calling from Nashville. You know, the other night, the one other time you had a show and you were discussing dictatorship.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I decided to read on dictatorship. And the truth is directly linked with what the president is now doing.
Okay.
When people
sorry, and I'm giving an assignment to the religious people. Like I said, on this doctrine, when president or leaders start cursing and what it means, I want the religious, maybe tomorrow when pastor then calling you should tell me to. Thank you for your own research you did, but go ahead.
Yeah. Now, you know, people have started to fear.
Mm-hmm.
They resort to violence. They resort to all sorts of things, insult, abusing. When you don't have anything to show it in the lesson, to insult people. And what the president has resorted to. Because you have nothing to show. So you have resorted into insult, abuse, violence, different other things that you're doing to Liberia. But 2029 is coming. We're giving a shock of his life. You know, the removal of Yeke is a lesson for us who are in opposition. Because when we put ourselves together, there will be a serious warning to the ruling party. That removal, when we have found them in disrepair, massively. Then we say, oh yes, these people then they very big business.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Good morning.
Morning,
Good morning.
This is Peter Bena in a phone from FTA.
The deacon must be really angry, Peter.
Abu, we are it's very serious long in this country. I think the discussion should be impeaching the president for now. Because the president can refer to the citizen as dog. It's not metaphorical as he put it in many. He knew what he was saying. The discussion should be impeaching him so that you can call back right now. Because to call the citizen dog, the citizen you claim to be leading, you claim to be president for the refer to them as dog. I mean, it's something serious. But however, they don't do what we have. They are in the main pocket. So
okay, all right. Thank you very much. Good morning. Good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
Sorry.
My bad. It's not easy to call people dog in the country now.
Yeah, they do what they say there. They do what answer. We start on the way for all that in the community to do better for all. Then they get money to say about that. They somebody who all see the house for them.
It sends somebody to go move ya.
I say, they pay people to move your food on the street.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's it. If you say all the people that are talking in the country, the people that dog, that is say again.
Yeah. And the rest doesn't have that again. And they go on the spot. Why don't you tell them? There's something that go there.
Nothing.
They are going to pass. And they go to pass. What are you saying? And but which come back go there. And me, the president. Why we say bread? I'm going to go inside who can't get. The boat is paid. What did I say that you now? That's what you are going to do.
Thank you. Thank you, my Betty. Thank you, my Betty. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, my name is David Rose, calling from Wheat District.
Wheat District, go ahead.
Yeah, President Parker can refer to us Liberians that we adore. Yeah, he said to me he's a Liberian.
No. He's talking about people that like criticizing they are Liberians too, but let's address what he said, right? That's his remark to other Liberians. What do you think?
Actually, the president is very far. He really should come on appeal to the Liberian. It has to be a president becoming a big thing like that. Or angry, I think it's okay that.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. President. Say, no matter how angry you are, you can't be calling your citizens dog. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, my name. Thank you. I'm
fine. Let's say, what's your name?
Yeah, my name is Kiadi.
Kiadi,
1 million we are. Yeah, 1 million we are power of the country. Yeah, thank you for your topic on the discussion. I hear you the president calling the citizen door. So let me tell you today. The president calling the citizen door. Answer that door, born door. Because you the leader, you calling your citizen door. Then who are you?
I know. You got ask school in drinking my country. You got ask. Good morning.
That is my question for Rafi Highway.
Rafi Highway, the last caller.
Yeah, you know. I got what is this time for you get the cost?
They're not yet talking now.
We will not put no ballot or little ballot back. We will put cover power to others that will put everything. We'll put that being to 29. You will have a fee. Thank
you very much.
Okay, thank you very kindly. And so, folks, this is it, Mr. President. I don't know how that came out, but really, I don't think the president should have said that. That is, I mean, but this is Liberia. I don't know, but this is terrible. President should not. The equivalent. I mean, trying to. But it was terrible. Dogs. Why you vex? You promised the people you feeling. The people shouldn't talk. They thought you call them dogs. Why you vex? Who you vex with? You assemble your team. They're stealing. They're corrupting. And then you call them honorable dog. Who you should be calling dog, actually, in the actual sense of it all? Who should you be calling dog? Your critics or the officials that are failing you? Let's look at some of the reason why the president is getting angry, and he should be reassessing those he called dogs. The rescue promise in its arrest agenda of an annual revenue target, growth target of 5.9%. They've not achieved it in any year. That's a failure. The crafter of that, the progenitor of your economic programs and policy, the administrators of your economic, project in the country are the ones you should be angry at. And if anybody should be called dogs, probably you should be considering them for that nomenclature. Broken promises, like my man Benedict said, and I'll go home, right? The government promised a middle income country by 2029 under the arrest agenda. He said you make Liberia a middle income country. That's what you promised. You promised that you're not delivering on it. Things are breaking down. Even existing stuff. So how people going to become middle income? There's no job to do. Their businesses are going down. Taxes are climbing the roof. How are you going to create middle income country? So you're angry, you promise things that you can't do, that you're not doing, you're failing the people, hope are being dodged, and then you call critics dogs. You're the president. So we leave here with posterity to judge. My name is Abu, and of course, it's always a good thing to be here. This is how we like to bring the curtains down on today's presentation of the nation's most listened to breakfast show, the Freedom Money Rise on Freedom 87.9. And of course, we're going to be here tomorrow. Hopefully, we will have a guest to look back on this whole Yeke Koluba thing and other issues in the country. Until we see you tomorrow, do have yourself a wonderful time. Bye-bye.
Where they were coming, they